How's it going, guys? It's Marcus. Ever since Miss Hannes was revealed to be Eclipse's daughter named Meteora Butterfly, the whole fandom of Star vs. the Forces of Evil has been itching to see her in action with her true identity now revealed. But I find it pretty interesting how Meteora was able to lay low for all this time without anyone finding out who she really was, well, besides, I guess, Mina Loveberry. Granted, the way she was revealed was super circumstantial, since the only reason she went to the Ancient Monster Temple in the first place that night was to get revenge on Marco for everything he's done to her. But how did Meteora forget who she was, and how was she able to stay alive for so many years? Well, if you remember the episode Princess Turdina, Meteora used a machine on Princess Smushy that seemed to suck the life force from Princess Smushy and transferred that life force into Meteora. So once she hit a certain age, maybe somewhere in her mid-50s, low 60s, she began to use that machine to maintain the same age look. I'd say Meteora looks like she's about in her maybe high to mid-50s, low 60s, wouldn't you say? As for her memory, I think the overuse of the machine had side effects that affected her memory to where she forgot who she was. I also believe her just being alive all this time taxed her memory as well, since Meteora is biologically hundreds of years old. All that time would probably have a big impact on her memory as well. However, I think Meteora was aware of these side effects, and she wanted this, as in she wanted to forget who she truly was. Meteora seems to be afraid of her true monstrous nature and wanted to suppress it rather than just accept it. If you remember when Meteora first started noticing signs of herself regaining her monster form, this was her reaction.
No. Shall I fetch your makeup?
You know, she's over here nervously saying no over and over while rubbing her now monstrified arm, trying to make the monster arm go away. You could even argue during her first appearance when her club cheeks were first shown that was a sign of fear of her true form being revealed, because when Gemini called her out on her cheeks, she ran in fear and began to watch the brainwashing princess montage meant for princesses by herself. However, this reason specifically isn't necessarily accurate, because the clubs on her cheeks made multiple appearances after that episode, and she still didn't know she was Meteora until she saw the nursery in the Monster Temple. But back to her rubbing the monster arm and saying no a bunch of times, she had that reaction after she remembered her name was Meteora, hence why I think she knows why she hid the monster side of herself for so many years. When you think about it, Meteora is a very powerful being and a very rare being as well. She's of the butterfly family as well as half monster from a very powerful looking monster, which makes her a big threat. I guess you could say Meteora has somewhat of a split personality because of these two halves. The butterfly side of herself is, kind of calm and collected, while the monster side of herself is very destructive and hard to control. I think not only were other humans scared of Meteora's monster side, but she was scared of it as well, so she decided to act on her own accord to suppress this side of herself for the greater good. Well, I shouldn't really say for the greater good, just so things wouldn't get too out of control. Although when I said her human side is calm and collected, quote unquote, I think when she started to suppress the monster side of herself, a bit of evil still dwelled within her because, she's Miss Hannes, she still did all these horrible things, but she wasn't evil enough to where her appearance started changing and it was hard to control herself. Even before she realized she was Meteora, she was still the evil headmistress of St. Olga's and was hell-bent on destroying Marco. I think her having these two halves within her could really be a good segue into an internal conflict with Meteora that results with her personality joining the side of good, potentially. Don't get me wrong, I still think and I want there to be some type of battle between Meteora and Star, but it would also be nice to see that type of development with Meteora's character. But I think that's going to be it for this video though. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please be sure to leave a like down below if you enjoyed. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe. And I will see you guys next time. Peace out. Take care. Bye-bye.